What if I told you that World War III already happened and Ukraine won it without firing a single nuke? Sounds crazy? Good. That means you're still thinking inside the box. But imagine this. It's 2027. The world is on edge. China and the US are in a silent tech war. Russia? Well, let's just say it's still buffering. But Ukraine? Ukraine just dropped something no one expected. The Kyiv Protocol, a new kind of alliance, powered not by oil or fear, but by code, AI, and sheer stubborn brilliance. And while the world was arguing on Twitter, Ukraine built the future with Starlink, drones, and cyber warriors who don't sleep. What if the country everyone underestimated rewrote the rules of global power? It all started after the 2022 invasion. Ukraine realized it couldn't just survive, it had to evolve. Fast forward a few years, and Kyiv became the Silicon Valley of defense. Instead of AK-47s, it was exporting battlefield algorithms. Instead of tanks, drone swarms that looked like a bee colony on espresso. And guess what? They sold the tech to Estonia, to Canada, to Mars. Okay, not Mars. Yet. But the point is, while other nations were stuck in old politics, Ukraine launched Project Trizub, a digital iron dome powered by folk songs and blockchain. Putin tried to hack it once. His keyboard exploded. True story. Okay, maybe not true, but emotionally true. By 2028, the West was a mess of committees. But Ukraine? It offered leadership. It formed the Kyiv Pact, a global defense network that ran smoother than a Cossack on Red Bull. Countries joined not out of fear, but out of FOMO. Poland signed on first, then Finland. Even Taiwan slid into the DMS. The rules were simple: defend democracy, invest in tech, and no more boring flags. Every member got their own battle anthem. Imagine a summit where Japan shows up with mechs, Lithuania brings laser bears, and Ukraine leads the charge with a violin-powered railgun. And every time someone asked, who put Ukraine in charge? The answer was, who else earned it? Then came the silent war. No tanks, no sirens, just whispers and code. It started with a global cyber attack that never happened. Why? Because it was neutralized in 3.6 seconds by Ukrainian AI, nicknamed Baba Yaga. Satellites were blinded, drones hijacked, missiles confused. And as nations tried to trace the source, all they found was a message in Cyrillic. Nice try. The war that never was became the victory that mattered most. And while others wondered how it ended before it began, Ukraine was already exporting the peace, selling digital security to every nation, except, yeah, that one. Let's not talk about that one. Here's the twist. The whole time the Pentagon knew. In fact, they helped, secretly, because by 2030, even America realized it's better to have Ukraine lead the way than to be left behind. The country that once begged for weapons now designs them. The country that once asked for help now builds alliances. The country that once defended itself defends the world. So ask yourself, what if this isn't a fantasy? What if Ukraine is the blueprint for a new kind of power? Not imperial, not industrial, but intelligent, resilient, wild, and unapologetically unpredictable. If this blew your mind, imagine what's coming next. Hit like if you think Ukraine's future is bigger than its past. Subscribe if you're ready for more what-ifs that don't just ask questions, they rewrite history. And tell me in the comments, if World War III never happens, who do we thank first? Ukraine? AI? Or that one grandma with a jar of pickles who stopped a tank? You decide.